Yo, what is going on, Multiverse Media family? It's your boy, Jaden Prince, aka Miles Morales. I'm here with my boy. Why don't you introduce yourself?
It's Monty McFly, aka D Miggity the Mind Trade. What's going on, JP?
Oh man, we've had a crazy year. We've had nothing but TV shows and movies. We're gonna be talking them all, but in this video particularly, we are going to be covering our top 3 favorite best TV shows of 2021, Marvel, DC, whatever the case may be. So without further ado, you want to get into it?
Let's do it. Let's start off. So let's start from the bottom up. What was your number 3? Let's go.
Oh man. Okay. Coming in at number 3. This one's a weird one. I wasn't expecting it to make the list, man. What if made the list, bro? And I'll tell you why. Because when the show was bad, it was bad, right? Like there were some of those concepts that was just like, okay, how did this make it to the show? But when it was good, it was fantastic. Strange Supreme, Ultron Prime, Marvel Zombies, the Multiverse Avengers. Especially towards the later end of the show, it really sent things home. So What If did a really good job for me. I want this next season that they're doing next year to do better concepts. And, go deeper into, some of the things that we might actually want to see. But that What If was pretty good for me. I was thoroughly impressed. The animation style was pretty interesting. I don't want them to change it up. I'm kind of used to it now. That's number 3 for me.
Okay, that's solid. Okay, what came in for you at number 2?
I'm so mad about my number 2, bro. I think you know what my number 2 is, bro. WandaVision, bro. I'm so mad at WandaVision, bro. But if you think about it, bro, we had a great time watching WandaVision.
We did
have a great time watching WandaVision. I love the concept of the show. How it starts off as this sitcom, but there are these things in the show that make you question what it is that's actually going on. Elizabeth Olsen does a fantastic job. The set are great. The concept was great. Now, us as the fans, I can't blame us though, because the show brought in the X-Men's Quicksilver. This was our first taste of the multiverse happening in the MCU. So we got our hopes up.
Yeah, we did.
With X-Men and everything. We thought Doctor Strange. I really wanted Doctor Strange to show up at the end of that show.
Yep.
Only to find out that he doesn't, and then to find out later that he was supposed to, but then got scrapped. So WandaVision obviously was a roller coaster. It was a roller coaster, but overall, it did a lot of good. Okay. The storytelling I was impressed by. I mean, it's not a perfect show at all. There were, the fights were mid. The villain was mid. But other than that, like I enjoyed myself. So that's my number 2.
Okay, that's solid. I'm not mad at that.
My number 1, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I really, really liked that show. That was the show when they first announced like Disney Plus, like, oh hey, we're doing a subscription-based service, and we are, here are some of the shows that we're doing. I was most excited for Falcon and the Winter Soldier because it looked like it was going to be Captain America, the Winter Soldier, but in TV form. So I was really excited to touch base with the ground level stuff after Endgame. I was really excited to see, the response to Endgame, like how, like Captain America's, they don't outright say it, but he's dead. Like, how does the world respond to that? And I love seeing Sam Wilson's story into becoming Captain America. I think that the story points in that show hit much harder than they do in any other show. Like that like no wonder everybody was talking about it. It touched on classism, it touched on racism, it was talking about things that are happening in the real world. You know, it was funny. The action was great. Baron Zemo came back. It was seeing him become Captain America. I had a great time. I looked forward to every episode every week. The story kept going. I actually like John Walker. John Walker is not a bad guy. He is not a bad guy. And people hate him when they shouldn't. So I like what they did with John Walker, and how seeing him walk out with that shield made me feel so disgusting inside. Oh man. So that was my top 3 TV shows of 2021. What do you think?
So first and foremost, I want to say we did not talk about these lists at all.
No, we did not.
We did not.
Not at all.
So coming in at number 3 for me, I have WandaVision. Okay. And so the reason it's at number 3 is because we have to, number 1, we have to give it a pass for all of its flaws because it was out the gate first.
Yeah.
Right. We didn't really know what to expect from these Marvel TV shows. All we knew is we were getting something every week from Marvel, and we were excited about that. They had the slow pace at first. Nobody really wanted it. But once it got into it, I forgave it because they actually gave us a lot of pieces to work with. We learned about what kind of magic Scarlet Witch has. We learned about the Anti-Vision being around. Monica Rambeau got her powers. Jimmy Woo's doing his thing. We saw Wiccan and Speed come, we found out it was Agatha all along. So there was a lot that actually happened in WandaVision that, now looking back, even though it was super slow getting started, we can forgive it for giving us new pieces to work with. So that was number 3. Number 2, What If?
Yeah.
And the reason it's higher than WandaVision for me is because they actually pulled a fast one with me. 100%. Because retrospectively, once we read everything that they were talking about, I like when the creators of things like this actually give us some kind of meta Easter eggs. So like with every episode of What If, the watcher gets closer to the screen. Like he starts as just eyes in the cosmos, and by episode 3 or 4, he's right up here on you, like you can see his face and everything. And there's a couple of them that are actually out of order because I guess that was like too obvious, and they wanted to switch it up. Like episode 4 is actually episode 6 or something like that. And then also where we think these are all one-off episodes, it turns out all these episodes are actually gonna collide Avengers style in the last one with the Avengers of the Multiverse. So I was like, look, this is how you do it, Marvel. Like you're doing something, okay, but let's do it though. Yeah. And this is an example of them doing it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm with that, but they did it. Because like you said, Multiverse of Madness is being impacted by What If. Strange Supreme is coming back based off of a cartoon TV show. Do it. And then number 1, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Yeah. Again, with these television shows, like the reason I have a problem with Hawkeye is because other than the Kingpin, thing that we already kind of saw coming, it hasn't really added more to the lore of the MCU, right? With Falcon and the Winter Soldier Boy, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, we got introduced to Valentina, who's going to be playing another big bad. The Power Broker, who is Sharon Carter doing her own thing. We got U.S. Agent John Walker. We got Falcon is now Captain America. We got introduced to Eli Bradley. We got introduced to his grandson, or Isaiah and Eli. I can't remember which one is which. Got introduced to the OG Black Captain America. Right, we got Winter Soldier getting his bearings back. We had Wakanda in the whole mix. That's why I think Falcon and the Winter Soldier is the best TV show, especially from Marvel, regarding superheroes this year.
Hey man, look, bro, that was a great list. They're the same shows, but just switched around.
Literally.
I like what you said about WandaVision, because that slowness in the beginning is what turned off a lot of people.
Yeah,
because we also have to remember that WandaVision was the first MCU TV show.
Right.
So everyone had their eyes on it to see what would happen, and then that whole sitcom shtick lost a lot of people.
Yep.
But then all of those people ended up coming back, once they found out what the show was actually doing. I like what it did with the different aspect ratios and we're in the hex now. Oh, we're in real life. I'm gonna say this before we keep going. Wanda is a terrorist. She is not a good person. She is a villain. She must be stopped. If you look in the Multiverse of Madness trailer, she is holding Wanda hostage. She should be put down for good. Hayward was right.
Wanda for president.
Oh, God.
No more MCU.
Literally, that's what would happen. Thank you all for watching. That was our top 3 TV shows for the year. What were your top 3? Let us know. Debate. Did we forget anything? Was Loki? Did we snub Loki? Should that have been in there somewhere? Was What If overrated? Was WandaVision overrated? Well, let's debate about it. Thank you all so much. We love you guys. Subscribe, like, share, do everything. Show your mama, show your uncle, show your baby daddy, whoever that is. Once you figure that out, send it to him and send it to the other guy too. Amen.
Happy holidays. Happy New Year's. Be responsible. Be safe. We'll see you soon.